Welcome to SGL Spiritual Guiding Light. You don't have to call, viewer. Let's go ahead and look at what needs to be met at face value. Definitely so defeated. For those of you who are new to SGL Spiritual Guided Light, welcome. Thank you for taking out the time to support the channel. You have free will. Subscribe, like. If you're trying to increase your spirituality or you're trying to remove blockages within your life, especially if it's self-blockages, make sure you click the Minute Manifestation. There's instructions in the description box. For those of you who have transferred over from the podcast, thank you for coming over and showing support. Thank you so much. And you YouTube channels supporters, thank you. Make sure you click the link and check out anticipation and compassionate, beautiful. Check it out. There's a lot of general and collective readings there for you. Also, if you don't feel that this channel resonates with you, simply just leave a heart. Doesn't matter what color. Leave a heart in the comment. If it confirms with you and you got your confirmation, simply just leave a heart. There is no bias in this community because we are divinely guided. Alright. So I just started. Expectant. Just a minute. Let's just go ahead and have gratitude about expectant. Not focusing on what it is you're calling in, because universe already knows what the desires of your heart is. Okay? Knows before you even know. Divine knows everything. But do you believe it? Is the question. Expectation. Expectance. Letting go of the expectations so that you can be expectant. That is faith. That is, if I know that I report, if I put in this 40 hours, I'm going to get paid 40 hours. If I know I do this overtime, I'm going to get paid overtime. But there are some fees that are going to be deducted. If I know if I put time and effort into this relationship, there's going to be some fees that are going to be deducted. Removing self aside to make it a requirement to put the other person or persons or people or groups, organizations, people within places their respect of existence and being. It has nothing to do with compassion or empathy. It has to do with connection. You have to have a connection to create an opportunity. You have to have opportunities and put in the work to create positive success, balanced success. Redirect your expectant. Focus on gratitude, cross, content. What needs to be met at face value here? Expectant, content, and cross. Crossing over. Being content, not content, but in contentment. In order to know what contempt consists of, you have to know how to serve. In order to serve, you have to experience the journey of humbleness. And when you master the struggle and then you upgrade into contempt, not contempt, confinement, breaking and crossing over from enslaving self. Because sometimes we can be our own worst enemies. You don't have to call. People see. This is beyond potential. But if you're not going to show the effort, how can someone else put in the hard work? No one is holding you back. Is it anxiety? Is it fear? 4 minutes of gratitude. Make sure you can leave the live recording and you can just literally, or you can follow through, receive your message, confirmation, your tools, what to look out for. Okay, this can be you. Basically, your confirmation of whom you care about. And you've said the same exact thing, and it's just your confirmation. But we have expectant here. Okay. And we have content. Someone can be in holding, someone can be in jail. No one is exempt here. And we have cross. Someone made a bond, someone signed a contract. Silence of a lamb. Let me pull a rebel. We are all connected. When you are drawn to a message, even if you're just seeking or if you're just gaining information, because this is the journey, that the path that you're choosing, right? Upgrading and just learning and being open-minded to other people's gifts and avenues, right? Shit could be worse, right? The expectant, right? Calling in what, is you. Sometimes we don't even realize how we're calling in negativity. A moment of celebration. Your goal for the week was, doesn't matter what industry that you're in, contractor, freelancer, doesn't even matter if you work for an employer. The forecast for the week was, what was the quota? Was the quota met? Right? The quota was met. It went over, probably 1%. But yet, it could have been worse. Right? Job cuts, ending of contract, not being able to be renewed, ending of a friendship because of lack of trust, the lack of footwork, the lack of communication, walking on eggshells, feeling like you're in contempt, that you cannot flourish. with an opportunity because you didn't speak up. But then when you do, then you get overcrossed, right? Are you crossed over? What was the prompt of the cross? Are you just now recognizing that you are a star and not a celebrity? A celebrity is a celebrity. A celebrity is man-made. A star has the choice to be a star, but also a celebrity. A celebrity cannot be a star. A star is born. Celebrities are trained. A star is born. Guiding and trained is two different things. If you disagree, put in the comments. I definitely would like to know your input entirely on stardom and celebrity. Go see some shit, do some new things, talk to people cooler than you. Contentment. Let down your guard, viewer. Even if you are in a position where you can't get on a plane, you can't get on a train, you can't get on public transportation, that is the bus. Okay? Taxi, Uber, Lyft. Work the system. We have so much technologies within our reach. Cha-ching, crossover, baby. Crossover. Let me shed some light on you, viewer. You don't have to call. This is ordained. But you got to understand, gatekeepers can't sit here and hold your hand. They're not going to sit here and say, yeah, we're watching you. We've been watching you all your life. Or you can't expect people who do see the potential in you to sit there and hold your hand. No, you have to speak up. It's sharks out there. It's wolves out there. It's sheep in wolves' clothing. And it gets darker than that. Where it's just nothing about it's the bag. Life goes on. It keeps going. I'm not talking about time. I said life goes on. Time is just a system for us as human beings to be able to prioritize our system. Because when you're in gratitude, time does not exist. Your calendar does, but time does not. Because when you schedule time, then you've activated something. But if you're allowing time to pass you by, I'm not trying to preach to nobody. Awaken, create heaven on earth. Lemuria, creating heaven on earth. It's happening now as we even speak. This is someone's confirmation. This is Russian roulette right here. And symbolic of fear. If you put no bullets in the gun, are you going to allow your component to know that? Or are you going to watch your component show you that they don't fear life? You are the substance. Okay? You are the substance. I don't know if you've ever heard the saying, you have to have tough skin. I always thought that saying was just saying that whatever comes at you, you have to not be emotional. You have to be in your emperor, right? Mind frame, mind state, the way you uphold yourself. That is a sign of success. That's what I thought about the phrase, you have to have tough skin. No, you have to have tough skin so that when people use their swords, they cannot pierce your flesh. They cannot infiltrate your dome, your heaven on earth. You are now being awakened. For some of you who are literally taking your spirituality to the next level, and you're no longer allowing yourself to be in contempt, enslaving yourself with your upbringing. You respect it. It's modest. For the most part, for the rebels that are on the board, you know what shadow self is capable of and what it reveals. Rebel, help people give back, do good things for humanity. I don't feel like cursing right now. Okay. It's a moment of silence. Because sometimes that's what you need. It's just a moment of silence to reset. It's that simple. Everything is moving. That's why time is so confusing and so tight. Oh, tower at the bottom. And it's so confusing letting go of beliefs that do not serve you. Everyone has their position. Yes, we've been brought up. We're not going that deep into trauma, but how you were brought up, it was just a silver lining to guide you, direct you, so that your own soul, your shadow self, can say, this is where I want to elevate and receive light. If 10 people show up to your workshop, only one person is going to digest that. 5 people are going to understand it. 10 people came for opportunity. It's 10 people. That's including you. Cross. Shit could be worse. It's time to cross the street. It's time to cross the street. It's time. I don't know if you guys can still see this, but I need to move this over. There. Some of these burdens, and this isn't even not about a burden. This is about accepting what you possess and exercising and saying, I'm going to work with what I have. I'm going to perfect my communication skills. I'm going to perfect my relationships. I am going to reset, and I am crossing over. I am going to go create my heaven on earth. These are your pillars within communities. These are your pillars that, yes, they feel heavy. They feel burdensome. You are feeling the weight of God. Sometimes we think we are ready. Sometimes we think we are ready to receive, even when things seem like it can be worse. You know those moments when you no longer thinking about the circumstance, and then out of nowhere a phone call happens, a text message happens, someone shows up. They crossed over into your system. They have become awakened. They are here to help you create your heaven on earth. But you have to remove the weight. The weight of your gifts are not unexpected. It is the awakening. How long can you hold the cross to push your message, regardless if it's a product or service, or being the manager, or whatever position? You have to fill in the blank. Are you in this for the long haul? I assume so. What do you have to offer? Do you know? Because divine knows what definitely what you need. I've been watching you all your life. Queen of Cups, the infinite cup, the infinite flow, the depth of having closed-minded thinking, so that you can be able to see. See, your view is small here, and you need to be looking up. You need to end of thinking small. Judgment. This is not celebrating here. Yeah, this is mind, body, and soul. You have the capabilities to resurrect those that cannot hear, those who cannot see. Some of you are very detailed. And you're so detailed that you need to end that so that you can think bigger, because it is self-sabotaging you. It's causing judgment. It's preventing you from being able to celebrate, collaborate, expansion. You don't have to call. You don't have to call. You don't have to send a message. You don't have to send an email. You need to perfect your craft. You fill in the blank of what that is. What are you trying to start up? What have you ended so that you can focus and push forward and pitch? What are you pitching? What have you had your eyes set on? Protection is there. There is no judgment on you. If anyone is perfect, please cast a stone. You laid your burdens at the cross, and I'm not going religious, but some of you come from the Trinity aspect. Spiritually, 3 is what? Chasing your dreams. Good fortune. The expansion of knowledge. This is encouraging you to study more, get more information on what it is that you do, so that you can increase your talent, so that it does not feel like a burden, so that when you pitch you cross over. The ending of conflict with self. The ending of the lack of poor mind thinking, so that you can deserve not only support, but increase. Let's go ahead and give you some direction here. You don't have to call. You don't have to call. But to some of you, this is your suggestions to end your closed-mindedness with the battle and ask for help. You are entrapping self. Ask for help. Okay? Help people, give back. Do good shit for humanity. And it will come back to you in return. Temperance. We have harmony. Having patience. After this tower. Fill in the blank. What has ended? What have you ended with self? What have you acknowledged that has literally been weighing heavily on you? What has literally felt like you have been in bondage, but through the whole process to expectant? This is expecting my knight charming armor is going to come and pay all my bills. I'm going to have a brand new car. I'm going to live the life. Get out of that illusion. I mean, many people do. Yes, celebrities do. They sell themselves. If that is the destiny that you choose, that is your choice. The Knight of Swords back in the Temperance. Okay, defensive beliefs. Air sign, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. The Temperance, Sagittarius. You may be dealing with Sagittarius. Two of Cups. The ending of self-sabotage. Yes, again, goes into the Ten of Cups. Your harmony, your alignment, your connection, your partnerships. Everything that you need is there. All the elements that you need to be successful. You just have to believe it, so it shall be. So be it. So go ahead and click the link in the description box. Do your 4-minute manifestation and be in gratitude and let universe fulfill and give the desires of your heart. Don't forget, love is kind, love is gentle, and that is you.